All right. Today is April 10th. 10th already. All right. So here's the Success Club points as of yesterday. So with already hitting Success Club, we got a lot of people already hitting Success Club 10 days in, which I know is a lot of people's goal. A lot of people have the goal of hitting Success Club 10 by the 10th or hitting Success Club 6 by the 10th. So with Success Club 6, we got Teresa Neitlinger, Ryder Brackett, Rebecca Why Not, Rachel McCoomber, Olivia Brackett, Melissa Voris, Megan Wortham, Megan Jones, Leah Hall, Keisha Koniski, Carissa Schaefer, Joyce L. Curry, Jenna Rufo, Jamie Sedlekik, Emily Baker, Cassandra Schmelzinger, Brittany Havens, Amanda Johnson, Ellie Scriverer, Taylor McKinney is at Success Club 8. Also at 8, we got Melissa Paulus, Michelle Phillips, Maggie Schuick, Lake Thomas, Caitlin Walsh, Joelle Scrow, Emily Millman, and Baylee Kai. At Success Club 10, we got Shayna Whitekovich, Michelle Humrick, Kylie Winay, Casey Bachlet, and Beth McDonald. At Success Club 12, we got Rachel Batchelder, Jenna Barversley, and Danielle Hills. At 14, we have myself and Megan Sorton. At Success Club 16, Amy Reelman. Success Club 28, Michaela Bordulkis. I think Michaela was on the national call too. And the guy that does the recognition kind of fumbled over her name a little bit. Not that I don't. Ashley Felddyson at Success Club 30. Kate Morgan at Success Club 50. And Sydney Thompson is at Success Club 78 on April 10th. What? Okay. And then we got the leadership ladder. So the leadership ladder is, I like it a lot more than the ranks. So you got like Emerald rank is kind of your first rank. Then you got Ruby rank. So Emerald rank is when you got 2 personally sponsored coaches, 1 on each leg. Ruby is when you have an Emerald on each leg plus an additional active coach. And then you got Diamond rank is when you got 4 active on one leg, 4 active on the other, with at least 1 Emerald on each leg. And those are you're personally sponsored for your rank. But I really like this other thing they do that's called the leadership ladder, because it includes your rank to hit certain rungs on the ladder, but it also includes more things. So I think it's a better indicator of the success you're having in your business. So every month around like the 6th or 7th of the month, we post a recognition photo in the coach groups, the Boom Fam and some of the other coach groups, with the people that have hit certain rungs on the leadership ladder. So the first is team builders. So that's a great goal to set for yourself. So to hit a team builder, you have to, during the month, you have to hit Success Club. So you have to sell 3 challenge packs during the month. You have to earn a total of at least $250 during the month. You have to be an Emerald coach by the end of that month. And you have to have 2 personally sponsored coaches that have at least 1 Success Club point during that month. And then you have to have 200 volume points on your weak leg. So some things to kind of think about to try to get to that rung on the leadership ladder. Team builders. So here's your team builders for March. We got Joe Policino, Caroline Nathan, Delaney Cleason, Maggie Schuick, Celine Bacardi, Mackenzie Chase, Pete Reelman. That's my dad. We got Chris Bachlet. That's my cousin, Emily Bachlet, cousin-in-law. Is that a thing? Baylee Glanzer, Michelle Katz, Valerie Nelson, Madeline Fenton, Cassie Schmelzinger, Sydney Thompson, Curtis Schultz, Michaela Vodolkis, Lauren Letary, Olivia Brackett, Michelle Humrick, Anne-Marie Vickers, Beth McDonald, and Leah Hall. All right, now the next rung, and this is the last rung I'm going to read. And this is kind of like, the top coaches on Team Boom. These are what we call team builders. So to hit team builder, you have to hit Success Club during the month. You have to earn at least $1,000 during that month. You have to be a diamond coach during that month. You have to have 4 personally sponsored coaches that have sold at least 1 challenge pack. They don't have to hit Success Club, but you need 4 coaches that have sold at least 1 challenge pack. And you need 500,000, yeah, right. You need 5,000 team volume points on your weak leg during the month. Not for the week, just for the whole month. So that's like about 1,000 team volume points on your weak leg, which is a goal that I wrote down and looked at like every day to shoot for. Was I wanted that 1,000 team volume points, and now all of a sudden there's Hawaiian music playing. Great song, but not right now. All right. Good stuff. So team leader. So that 5,000 volume points on your weak leg, that's definitely one to shoot for. 1,000 volume points on your weak leg each week. Definitely something to write down and set a goal to figure out how that works, how to do that. That's definitely a big thing to shoot for. 1,000 team volume points, weak leg. Put that in your memory bank. All right, so here's your team leaders for the month of March. We got Danielle Hills, Terry Bachlet, Carrie Steelman-Schmidt, Ashley Feld-Dyson, Kate Morgan, Amy Reelman, Brooke Reed, and Marie Sardelli, all team leaders during March. And then there's another rung above that is called organization leader, which I hit. And that you have to have 2 personally sponsored coaches that hit team leader. So because Danielle Hills and Amy Reelman hit team leader as my PS coaches, so that bumped me up to organization leader on that next rung. And there's other criteria with that, with the weak leg volume and commission you had to make for the month, but that's a big one. All right, so that's that. You guys like that leadership ladder? It's a pretty cool thing, right? You guys like the rungs? Anybody like the rungs as much as me? No? Tough crowd. All right, moving on. So last one here. Top 20 personal volume points. So we talked about kind of the team volume, which is kind of like your leg, your left and your right leg, like everything that the coaches in your left and right leg are buying and selling. That creates your team volume. And then what you sell, that's what creates your personal volume, which we call PV. So the top 20 PV producers during last week, we got with over 500 PV, we got Delaney Cleason. Over 600 PV, we got Caroline Nathan, Carrie Steelman-Schmidt, Susanna Bell, Emily Millman. Over 700, we got Lindsay Shift into Shape, Casey Bachlet, Caitlin Walsh, Jen Sansone, Kelly Bloomfield, Terry Bachlet, and Amy Reelman. Over 800, we got Lindsay Redding. Over 900, Sydney Thompson and Alyssa Mundry. Over 1,000, Celine Bacardi. Over 1,100, myself. Over 1,300, Christina Tropiano. 1,400, Kate Morgan. 1,600, Ashley Slay Dyson. All right. And we got 3 coaches that have sponsored, at least 3 coaches so far this month. I know it's more than these ones. Sydney Thompson, Cassie Schmelzinger, and Ashley Feld-Dyson. I think there's more than that now, but I think it was a few days ago. All right, so that's the recognition. Round of applause. Big stuff from March, from the leadership ladder. All right, so today we got Baylee Kai, and she can correct me if that's not how you pronounce her last name. But Baylee is, I believe, from Orlando. She swung by our Orlando retreat for a little bit. She is 19 years old. She's been a coach since October, so I was at like 5 months or so. And she's already hit diamond. And we were kind of talking a little bit today, and we're kind of talking about how a lot of coaches, we do a great job of overcomplicating things, and it really kind of comes down to just posting connecting with people and inviting those people. And but there's a mindset that goes behind it. There's a mindset and a belief that you have to have in yourself, and a belief that you're going to be successful with this thing before those skills start to develop and start to pay off. So she's going to talk a little bit about that. She's going to maybe share a little bit about herself, how she got started with this thing, but then she's going to kind of share about how it wasn't just so easy right from the get-go, some of the things she struggled with, kind of how she built her mindset. And then we're going to jump into the posting, the connecting, and the inviting too. But we would definitely want to hit on that mindset piece. So Baylee, I'm going to let you hop in here. I think you're unmuted already. So thanks for hopping on here. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
And your upline is Carrie Stillman Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
You guys knew each other like in real life, not social media life, I think.
Yeah. Yep. We lived in the same town together, and she coached me when I was like 16, so I couldn't like have an account on Beachbody, so I signed up under one of my family members, and that's kind of how I got started. And then I like fell off, and but stayed in touch with her. So in October I kind of got back on track after I had done Insanity for the summer. So I was like, why not put it to use? Why not put my skills to use?
Yeah, nice, very cool. So you had been using the products for like a few years before you became a coach in October, and then
yeah. I've been using Shakeology. I kind of like fell off of using it, but I love Shakeology, and the performance line is mainly my favorite. But
nice, awesome. And then kind of talk us through kind of like that beginning part, that month of October, and then kind of maybe some things you kind of overcame, and then we'll jump into the good stuff too.
So I was like super scared of like the price and stuff, just because I'm 19 and I was out of a job for like 2-3 months. So I literally was like, I cannot afford this. Carrie was like, yes, you can, just do it. Like, you'll make the money back. And I was like, no, I won't. I was just doubting myself. And I feel like the money thing is huge too. Just we'll get to that, but that's one of like the things that one of the obstacles that holds them back. But she just encouraged me to do it, and I took the first step, and that's the biggest thing, is you taking the first step and signing up and letting all the rest come to you later. And if you work hard enough, it'll happen. But I in October I kind of just started messaging people and doing like the vital behaviors that Carrie taught me. And I think I started off by like messaging, I don't know, maybe 20 to 30 people on Instagram. I was just like, okay, maybe the coaching thing will just be like a side thing. I'm not really going to take it that serious. But so yeah, I kind of started out by following and like messaging people on Instagram. Instagram is like mainly my target. That's where I get a lot of my people to sign up. I don't really use Facebook just because I have family on there, and my family's just like, yeah, we know you're into the fitness thing. Like, we don't want to be underneath you. I'm like, okay. So Instagram is like my main.
That'll change.
Yep. Instagram's my main thing. So I just did the vital behaviors, and I finally overcame. Like, I got my first person. She lived in the same town as me. She was my first person to sign up as a customer, and then I converted her to a coach. And then my second person was my grandma, because I lived with her, and then I got a guy coach, so or a guy customer. But those were like my first 3 people, and I was like,
were you
okay.
afraid at first? Like, were you afraid to invite people at first? Did you have like a fear of like people telling you no or anything like that?
Yeah, I've always like dealt with rejection my whole life, just because when I was in middle school and stuff, I was super overweight and like didn't fit in with anybody. So I was bullied and all that stuff. And I always feared, like, I always was rejected. Like, I would never fit in with anybody, nobody wanted to hang out with me. I was like the girl at the lunch table alone. So I've always like had a problem with rejection. But like, when you become a Beachbody coach, you just have to get over it. Like, you have to get over rejection, because you're messaging so many people a day that if someone says no, you're like, well, okay, have a good day. Like, sucks you're not going to be on my team. But it's just like, it's all mindset. So the first thing is like overcoming that rejection. And people always tell me no. They're like, nah, girl, you know, I have a coach right now. I'm like gonna compete, blah, blah, blah. You know, I can't afford it. I'm doing my own thing. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, I still encourage, like, I'm still nice to them. I still encourage them to do their own thing and like crush their goals. So.
And I bet they respect that. Like the fact that you're not afraid of rejection. Like you know that if they tell you no, or it's because it's not the right time or whatever, like you're super nice to them. You tell, you know, like you wish them luck. You tell them you got their back, and you've planted that seed. And I think because of that, you're not like upset or anything like that. Like they respect that approach. And what's going to make them respect you even more is 6 months from now when they see you still doing the workouts, you know, still getting the results, still showing up. And that seed you planted 6 months from now is really going to start to bloom into something, which is cool. So I love that you kind of already started to develop that mindset of like, hey, rejection's okay. Like you're going to hear rejection a lot, but if you don't put yourself out there and throw those invites out there, you're never going to be able to plant those seeds. And, you know, that's just part of it. So that's amazing.
Like, we follow each other. Like, even though they reject me, they don't want to join my team. We follow each other. We encourage each other. Like, we still comment on each other's photos. It's not like, oh, okay, well, like, I hate you, so I'm not going to, like, follow you. But, right. I mean, you know, because you'd want them to do the same thing to you, like, encourage you to do your own thing and crush your goals. So,
yeah. Awesome. So, like, so you got, like, a team now. You got, like, you're a diamond. I'm sure a big thing you talk to before we get into the skills portion of it, like handling the objections and everything. What do you kind of talk to your new coaches about, and some of the coaches that have been coaching for a little bit, about like the mindset piece in it?
So I think personal development will help a lot. But like, I live in Florida right now and I'm doing a job for solar, and we knock door to door. So that's like another part of it is the whole mindset. Like I always told myself, you know, like I'm not going to build a team. Well, no, you're not going to build a team if you keep saying that. Like, if you believe it, it's not going to happen. So I always tell my coaches, like, I've sent a couple of them, like, personal development books. A lot of them just do it on their own. They have, like, the books, audiobooks and stuff. I try to do it in the mornings and before bed. So I kind of slack on that myself. But that's one of, like, the big things that has helped me is personal development, and so it has helped my coaches too, because a lot of them came in onto my team like talking down on themselves, like, you know, I'll try it, but I'm just you know, I don't have the time for it. I'm just not gonna build a team. But now I have a couple of my coaches that are building teams. So
that's awesome. So cool. So it sounds like personal development is like a huge anchor of your team culture, and it's making a huge difference. And you're already starting to notice that, like only 5-6 months in, you're already starting to have coaches that are building teams of their own, coaches that came in like kind of doubting themselves in the beginning, but because PD is like such a big part of what you guys do and part of your culture, you're already starting to see that shift, which is cool. And even another little thing is starting to bring that personal development culture into your challenge groups with your clients. You know, anyone that buys a challenge pack from me, I'm going to send them the Miracle Morning book. That's like part of what they get when they order the challenge pack now, which is cool. Because I've just seen how much personal development has an impact on coaches' lives. Like, why not help people with that outside of coaching too, you know?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So personal development.
Someone just asked a question about the books like that I have recommended for them. And I have a document on it. It's in my coaching group, but I do like the Miracle Morning. And then Carrie had shown me one. She sent it to me. I don't remember the name of it. Carrie, if you're on here, do you remember the name of it?
Was it You Are a Badass?
No, it kind of has like the purplish, pinkish color on the audiobooks. I don't know. But if I remember, I'll type it.
Is it the Goddess Revolution?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Goddess Revolution?
Goddess Revolution.
It's by Mel Robbins.
Yeah, I like that one. But yeah, Miracle Morning
Good
is
to know.
probably like the best one. And then I like T is for Transformation by Sean T. Might not be like personal development, but it's kind of helped my like my mind. So
T is for transformation.
it's a
Sean
good one.
T. All right. I would say, just to answer that question, like The Slight Edge is, I think, a great book to start with because it's super quick, and anything you learn in any book you read after that, you're going to get so much more out of that book because you read The Slight Edge. Because you're going to understand that little slight edge that you can't see, it's always working for you or against you every day, every second. Once you see how that works and you understand how that slight edge works, you'll be able to apply it to any book you read, anything in life you do, and you'll get so much more out of whatever it is you're doing or reading. So the slight edge for sure is huge. The Miracle Morning, I think, is great because it just starts your day so much better than most people start their day and sets them up for so much more structure and a better mindset throughout the day. So I think that one's huge as well for challengers and for coaches. But yeah, slight edge is great. Cool. All right. Anything else you see like on your team or you personally that's like you've seen a big transformation with like the mindset and the belief piece? Or do you want to just jump into the skill set stuff?
Yeah, let's jump into that stuff.
Let's do it. All right. What are kind of the way you teach like a new coach or you talk to your coaches about like the skills they need to develop once they kind of have this mindset of like, all right, it's the matter of just putting myself out there, connecting with people, planting those seeds. Then kind of how do you kind of do that? Like, what does that look like for you as far as like the skills?
So I always add them into my coaching group. Obviously, you guys know that. And then I have something in there called the Vital Process. I don't know if y'all have seen it. I think I got it from Beachbody website maybe. But I do tell them like vital behaviors, drink your Shakeology every day, blah, blah, blah. Do your workouts, all that stuff. And then I always tell them like my coaches have a big problem inviting for some reason. So that's one thing like we always have to work on with every coach that I sign up. They're always like, I'm not really big on social media. Like, I don't ever post anything. I don't really put myself out there, my body, like I don't put my fitness out there. So that's a big thing we always like work on is them posting on social media, even if it's like a picture of their face, that's a step towards, something. So we always work on that. And then obviously inviting people. So one of my coaches, she, I think she had like invited, I don't know, maybe like 10 people every single day. And she was like, nobody like answers me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, it's all a numbers game, I feel like. So it's like, if you message 100 people a day, you're guaranteed to get like 20 plus responses. If you're going to message 10 a day, you're probably going to get like 1 or 2 responses. So I feel like it's all a numbers game. So I always tell them, attract, connect, and invite people. So help them make a decision to join your challenge group. Like reach out to them, talk about their goals.
I like that. Attract, connect, and invite.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's like on Beachbody, there's a 5-step invitation guide, and it basically like tells you how to build relationships and how to overcome objections, to help you attract, connect, and invite. So that's something we always go through. I always send it in their welcome email too.
What is that? I've seen the I know the vital behaviors, the 4 vital behaviors: personal development, be proof the products work, invite, and give tons of recognition. But what's the vital? Do you know what the vital process is?
The 5-step invitation process.
Isn't there? Did you say there was a vital process?
Yeah, it's like get clients started, get them results, transition to a coach, and then
Gotcha.
Develop and mentor coaches or something like that. But the 5-step invitation process is like step 1, initial invite. Step 2, engage with a question. Like, hey, are you from Florida? Like, hey, do you like sushi? You know, just a question. This says show the ever feel like this video, which I don't do that, but I'm not really sure what that is. And then share it, like you can share some personal stuff and get into like their fitness goals and stuff like that if they're already into fitness. Help them enroll, all that good stuff. So that's like the 5-step invitation process. But
cool. Did you ever feel like when you first became a coach that like the rank of diamond was like this crazy giant thing that like was so far away?
yes, when I met Carrie and she was like this diamond coach, like 2-star diamond coach, I was like, holy shit, like, dude, I'm starting out as a coach. Like, how am I going to build myself up to diamond? How am I going to find people that are going to build businesses and help me get to diamond? Like, it was just crazy to me, and I couldn't process it in my mind. I was like, it's never going to happen. So it took a while because I was just like, nope, I'll probably just get to emerald and then, you know, try to get to diamond. And then I kind of just got to diamond and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, just kind of got to diamond.
I kind of got there. But
how long did it take you to get to diamond from when you signed up as a coach?
I think I hit diamond in March. Beginning of March.
So like 4 or 5 months or so.
4 or 5 months.
Who are you must have at least 2 emeralds, right? You have like 1 emerald on each side. Do you know who are the emeralds?
So one of them is my mom, Jackie, and then the other one is Devonte. So he's my boyfriend. But
nice. Are they working? You kind of help them get to emerald, or?
I did, yeah. I think my next emerald will be my other coach, Delilah, because she's like signing up some coaches this week. So.
Nice. So then I
kind of started out with this business as like, I forget what your mom said when I met you guys, but she said like I was burning myself out because I was doing all the work and I didn't have like coaches that were building businesses. So I was like signing so many customers up, signing so many coaches up. They weren't building businesses. And she was like, girl, you're never going to make money. And I was like, okay, I gotta like fix this because that's what I'm in it for, is to help people and make money. I don't know if y'all want to make money, but you have to figure out those ways to make the money. And I was burning myself out. And that's like one of the problems is I was like, yeah, I don't think I can like do this for a living because I'm doing like all the work. So I finally like found business builders and kind of like know what to look for on Instagram and stuff. So thanks, Beth.
Yeah, my mom's MO. Find business builders. Develop 2 or 3 leaders. Nice. So now you got these business builders coming in that probably didn't come in right away, and then when they finally decided they were going to join as a coach, they probably weren't at where they are now. They didn't have the mindset or the skills or everything. Mm-hmm. So you were patient with that. Patient. You've been a coach for like 6 months. But
hey, patient.
For sure. So with these new business builders you got, what are some of the other kind of skills besides like telling them they got to post, like put their face on social media and they got to connect with people? I do love that, the attract, connect, invite. Mm-hmm. Those things. So what are specific things you do each day for those 3 things, like specifically kind of how you attract, connect, and then invite?
So for attracting, you all probably have Instagrams, and in your bio, I've learned from Jatana Jackson. I don't know if that's how you say your name.
Yeah.
How to put things in there that attract other people. And some of mine are like, competing, because I've competed in a bikini competition. I look like a lot of girls come to me because I have body image problems. So I relate to them with like body image problems, binge eating, like a ton of eating disorders in the past. So, and then like a lot of girls I've found from like Florida that have hit me up. So that's another one. So that's kind of how I attract people. I also use like.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, like with those kind of things, with, the things you've struggled with before, like it sounds like you're attracting people that have those similar struggles. Mm-hmm. So how do you teach your coaches, and how do you personally like post about those things. Like, do you have any tips on that? Like how to post about things that you've struggled with before and how to attract people that you want to help that are struggling with those things currently?
Yeah, so like say for instance for the body image thing, like I'm always posting on Instagram like loving yourself, like all that good stuff, and people just like they like people who do that, because a lot of people just be like, I hate my body, you know, I'm fat. And like when they see someone who's just like has struggled with it in the past and they see them loving themselves, trying to be in this fitness industry, like comparing yourself to people, all that stuff, they'll come to you and they'll be like, girl, like how did you overcome this? And I'm just like, I'm like there to share my story, because it's been like a big thing in my life. And I know Carrie knows this, is in the past I was always like, Carrie, I want my legs to look like yours, like I hate my legs, you know, like I'm so fat. And she's like, girl, you just need to like stop saying that, because people relate to you, and they don't like themselves either. And when you put that out there, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, so it's fine for me to do it. So when I put it out there that I'm trying to like work on myself, they like engage in a conversation with me, and that's kind of how we start connecting. But
Do your coaches ever feel like nervous, or did you ever feel like nervous about kind of sharing that stuff in the beginning? And if so, like what do you tell them, and kind of what did you tell yourself?
yeah, I was nervous at first, just because like I competed in a bikini competition, so I was always like used to being really super lean and having like a six pack and all that stuff. And so I was afraid, but then I just like overcame that fear, and I was like, you know what, this is like my Instagram, I'm gonna post whatever I want. So I did it, and that's really what my page is based around, is like loving yourself and like body empowerment. So I'm all about the positive vibes.
Love
body
it.
Yeah.
Love it. And I bet there's a lot of people that felt like they were the only ones like thinking that way, or, you know, like struggling that way. And when they saw that you used to struggle like that, and that, number one, like they didn't feel alone anymore. And that they also don't feel hopeless, because they see that you've been able to start to kind of overcome that, which is a way you're attracting them to you, which is really cool. Because now you have this platform to help people that are struggling with the things that you've struggled with before. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I still feel alone too, though, when I'm like struggling with that. But I just have to tell myself, like, there's so many people watching you. Like, Baylee, you just gotta chill, dude. Like, there's a lot of people that are struggling with the same thing, and all you can do is like share what helps you. So
Yeah. However many people you think are watching, multiply it by like 20. And that's how many people really are. Like however many likes you get on something or views, there's 20 times more people that are watching that just didn't like it or comment or anything like that. Awesome. Cool.
So then I forgot what else we were on. Attracting.
Yeah. So then kind of like, unless you had anything else about like the attracting piece, we could move into then how do you like reach out to the people, like start to connect with them?
So I've like, let me look on I have a lot of notes.
Like finding, like, before we talk about like connecting, what about like, do you have something you do each day as far as like adding new people or following new people or like that kind of thing, connecting, finding a bunch of new people?
So I try and I do follow 100 people a day, sometimes more. I'll do like 50 in the morning, 50 at night, because I know people are on their phones in the morning and at night. Wake up, get on your phone, stuff like that.
So you follow 50 people in the morning. How long does that take you?
Like less than 5 minutes, honestly.
So where do you go to find the 50 people that you're gonna follow that morning in the morning, like this morning?
So I don't know who said this, but I go to my followers and I type in B, because my name starts with a B. So I'll follow like everyone with a B, because a lot of my followers, sometimes I don't follow them back. So I'll just make sure I like follow everyone with a B. I'll message them, and then usually I'll go to my explore page where you search a name, and I'll click on someone's photo, like some random person, and I'll just go to their likes on that photo. So there might be like 470 people that like it, and I'll just go through and follow. Like that's instantly like 400 people like you could follow.
How many, like the photos that you're going to, that you look to see who liked it? Where do you what kind of photos are you looking for?
So I'm gonna switch my camera around. So I'll just go to like, I don't know if you guys can see this, my search magnifying glass,
Uh-huh.
and I'll just like click a photo. Like today I clicked this one, and then I just went to her followers or the likes on the photo. I can't click it. And a lot of these people are like into fitness already, obviously. So then I'll just like follow all these people.
Cool.
And I mean, some of them are like, fake, like fake ghost people, but that's like instantly 500 people you could follow right there.
And I know people that do that with, like, depending on what they're into. Like if they're a teacher, they'll go and follow people that are liking a post that has to do with like teaching or something like that.
Yeah.
So then do you message people like right when they follow you back, or?
Yeah, sometimes I'll like follow them and then message them right away, or I'll just follow them, write their names down. Like I did these before I got on the call, but I'll like write their names down after I follow them, and then I'll follow up with them probably like tomorrow morning, just because sometimes I do like message them right away, but I was hopping on this, so I just like follow them and then message them in the morning.
Cool. What would be like an example of something you'd message them?
So I kind of got some scripts from Ashley Phil Dyson. I've been using a lot of hers.
Who's that?
Ashley Phil Dyson.
I'm just joking.
Ashley Slay Dyson. Let's see. So I'll be like, hey girlfriend, I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm currently reaching out to a few girls that would make a good fit for my virtual coaching team. So this is for coaching. I think you'd be amazing at it, and it's all done online. You don't have to have a certain certification or any of that. We just love helping people and having fun. If you'd like some more info, let me know. So I've gotten a lot of people reply to my coaching thing, like before I had this one, my invite for the coaching, and they would be like, oh, well, I'm not like certified. I'm not a personal trainer. Is this like in Florida? I'm like, no, it's all online. You don't have to be certified. So you kind of have to put that out there. Like, you don't have to know anything. Like, you can know Jack. Like, you don't have to know anything about this. And so that kind of helps.
You lead more with the like inviting people to take a look at the coaching opportunity than the like challenge group or with like a challenge pack kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll do both, because I feel like
depending on the person, like if they're already like in fitness competition or something.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, like if I find someone that's like a personal trainer, I'll like message them that. But usually I'll message them about the challenge group first, and then I'll like give them the option of being like, if they're into fitness and they want to like help others, I'll give them the option of being a coach.
Your business builders you have that are starting to like kind of build their teams of their own, how did you approach them? Did they go through a challenge group first, or did you jump right to asking them about being a coach and they just jumped right into coaching, or did they do a challenge group first?
So my like new, like not my new one, but my main business builder, she like did a photo shoot for our family one time, and then we've just been following each other. I've like messaged her so many times about joining my challenge, just because she was already doing like Beachbody workouts, but she didn't have a coach. She just kind of like got them on her own. I don't know, bought like DVDs at a garage sale, who knows.
Right.
So I was just like, and this girl, she was in It Works. So she actually quit It Works to join my coaching team. So that was like another thing, is I had to like work around that and try to like get her to quit It Works. But it happened. And she, I had a lot of people that were like, I can't sign up until my taxes get in. Like, I'm still waiting for my taxes. So she was one of those. And I just kept messaging her. But my initial message to her actually was after we got our photo shoot done. I said, do you have a Beachbody coach? And she said, no, I don't. I love the workouts. I hate going to the gym just because I feel like everyone stares and judges me. And she was like, I've never got a coach because I just feel like they'll be bad at responding. And she said, how long have you been a Beachbody coach? And I told her like since October. This was in January, by the way. And she said, that's awesome, blah, blah, blah. You're doing great. I like motivation when I do workouts. Like, if that came along with the group that I could join, I feel like it will give me more of a push. Plus, eventually, I want to start ordering shakes.
Nice.
So I was like raving about my team. I was like, girl. And then she told me that she did it work. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know if you could really do both businesses. You'd probably make more money with Beachbody, which she is now. And I was like, I think you'd be like a really good coach. And she said, I honestly just hopped to it because I knew who she was. So I was just like, I think you'd be a good coach. Like, you need to join my team. And she was like, girl, I want to, but I need to like think about it. I'm broke. And I was like, no, you're not. You're not too busy and you're not broke. You can afford it.
But then she did kind of join your group with your girls or in your challenge group. And
yeah, so she actually, like, I put her in
before
a
she
free group.
became it.
I put her in like the clean week free group first. So she was in that for a week. And then she was like, okay, I'm going to switch. Someone said, stop wasting your money on saran wrap. She said, I love my It Works products. You know, I don't want to switch to Beachbody. I don't want to have to be tied down. You know, I can't do both. And I was like, well, you'll make way more money with Beachbody, but whatever. She was like, I want to do like little challenges. And so I like told her about my challenge, my like actual challenge. And she was like, okay, that's awesome. I want to do that. So then I sent her the link and she signed up. And then we just went from there.
Nice.
I think she actually like did a conversion pack or something. I'm not really sure because she had Beachbody on demand or something. So, and then now she's like signing her own people up. So
nice. So you're following like 50 people in the morning. You're following 50 people at night. Sometimes you write their names down and message them. Very cool. And then sometimes you invite them if they're like already in really good shape. You invite them right to take a look at the coaching opportunity.
Yeah.
And then what about like if you're trying to? What would you say? How do you word your invites to someone that you want to invite to a challenge group?
So this one says, "Hey girlfriend," or I don't really know. For guys, I just say like, "Hey dude." No,
What's up, bro? Yo,
Yeah,
what's up, bro? You ready to pump?
And I say, hope you're having an amazing day. I'm currently running an online group to help us ladies reach our goals by improving our health. I'm providing all the support, meal plans, and workout routines needed. All it takes is 12 weeks or however long the program we're doing right now is. Would you like to hear more about how this can totally change your life? And that's one I've got from Ashley. So I think that's from Ashley, but that one has helped. And then I think I have one more on my phone. Let me look. So then when I've always struggled with like, once I say, yeah, like what do I do when I coach? So I asked on like the Facebook page, and Kate Morgan actually commented back, and it says, if you were like reply back to them, I kind of break it down in two ways. Number one, just literally keep doing what you're doing in your journey. Focus on yourself first. Two, help the other, your name, Kate's or Baylee's of the world, find that passion and fire inside themselves. Help them realize that they can create the life that they deserve. And then for me, I started at the busiest time of my life this is what Kate has. As a full-time teacher, a basketball coach, just engaged in a long commute every day. For me, it wasn't that I needed something more on my plate. It was that I needed an outlet, something I could control. What do you think? So, yeah. Thanks, Kate. I appreciate it.
Love it.
That's helped me because I was like always stuck trying to reply to coaches. Like, I was like, what do I tell them? Like, just like help other people. But that's helped me. So.
I know one thing that coaches struggle with is trying to figure out when to throw the invite at somebody. They're like hesitant to. They don't want to come right out of the gates and invite. How do you kind of gauge when you want to send that type of a message to somebody about the challenge group that you got coming up, or about whatever it is you're inviting them to?
So normally I'll like message them. Sometimes I don't do like, hey, you want to join my challenge right off the group. I'll just be like, hey, like, where are you from? Or, hey, what's up? I see you're on your own fitness journey. And then we kind of like, a lot of my people that I've gotten, we've like been messaging for days. Like we've been building up that rapport and like talking and building up a relationship. And then, then they're like, okay, well, I see you running these like boot camps. What are they? And then they kind of like get interested in them. So some people are just like, they hop right on it. And some I just build I obviously build relationships with all of them before I sign them up and like ask them questions about their own fitness journeys and goals. But a lot of them will like message me a week straight and then sign up. And then they'll just pile up like that. So
Nice. Very cool. Anything else you had on there that on your I know you got some like notes of things you wanted to share that we haven't touched on yet?
I was gonna talk something about Instagram. So let me look. Hold on.
We got like 10 minutes.
Okay. So like
you guys can throw up questions in the chat if you guys got anything.
Yeah, throw me like a question. I was gonna talk about some Instagram things. So if you guys I don't know if you all have Instagrams, but if you transition to a business page, it kind of helps show your insights so you can see who's like engaging with your profile, how many profile visits you get, like what posts people are liking more than others, stuff like that. Like I post a lot about like body image problems, and then people will save it, so then you can see like how many people save your stuff too, and then you can be like, okay, well maybe I'll just keep posting more about this because it's helping people, obviously. So that's a good one, is transition to business page, and you just do that in the settings, like edit profile. And so my Instagram stories is how I get people to sign up. I don't use Facebook. I don't use any other social media really. I'll post like polls. Polls are my main thing that I do. So I'll be like, who wants to get ripped for the summer with me, blah blah blah. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of like poll stuff on Instagram, but one thing I heard from someone was always like never give the option of no on your poll. Always put like yes, or like I need more info or something like that, do you go back and unfollow people? I can't see that one. Let me look. Do you go back and unfollow people who did not follow you back? If so, when? So I do have like a timeline of when I actually don't have a notebook, but if they like follow me, I obviously won't unfollow them, but if they don't follow me, I'll give it like 2 days maybe, because sometimes I don't even follow people back for like 2 days. So I'll give it like 2 days, and if they don't follow me back, I kind of just unfollow them. And I use the Cleaner app for Instagram and the Captivate app, so that helps me a lot. So
nice.
Because a girl just can't do this by herself, she needs like Instagram apps to do this.
How do you see if people saved your Instagram post? I don't even know how that works. I don't even know you could save people's Instagram posts.
Yeah, so when you go to a post, I always say, like on your page, there's like, if you're on your homepage of your Instagram, on the right below like your highlights, if you have them, there's like a bookmark icon. And if you go to a post, it's like on the right to the bottom of their post, and you can save it. But like mine, I have like all these albums for like things I save.
And then how do you see if someone saved your post?
Let me see. While I'm like trying to figure that out, you can't see who saved it. You can just see how many people saved it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why.
Gotcha.
And then like another thing that has helped me recently, like I just started doing it, is FOMO. So it's fear of missing out. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like today I made a list of like who signed up with me the past day, and then I posted on my Instagram story. Like 10 spots left. Pat does this. I see it on his Insta all the time. But that's like fear of missing out. So people are like, oh my gosh, she only has 4 spots left. So then they message me. And it's kind of like that urgency of like, I want to get a spot. So if you're not, it's like I make them on Canva, and it's just like a list, and it has like 10 spots on it and then the names. So that's like one thing that has helped me recently, actually. So like I just started doing it like 2 weeks ago.
And I see like coaches on the team on their Instagram story, I see their list start to like fill up.
Yeah.
And then it like motivates me to like get my list filled up.
Yeah,
I like
that's what I love it.
So we got a couple. Let's see. I have a question. What did your first few weeks of coaching look like?
My first few weeks were like, I don't even think I like I didn't even make money for like the first like end of the month, I think. And my first paycheck was like $40, and I was like, oh my god, I made $40. Like, yeah. And go, whatever.
Got to frame that. The check.
And it was like a physical check too. I didn't even know about direct deposit, and I was like, all right, this is cool. I like this. So my first month was it was like slow, and it was just the fact of like getting the hang of it, I guess. It didn't really like skyrocket off the first month. It kind of took like 2 months. But I was like, started coaching, and then I signed my grandma up, and I was like, I gotta sign you up. Like, it's just gonna make me feel better that I signed one person up. So, do you build relationships or just go for numbers? Honestly, I like to build relationships. It is like numbers too, but I feel like if you're just following so many people and messaging them, and you're just like, yeah, I got another one, you're like gonna lose track, and you're not gonna build the relationship that people actually want, because these people, maybe they have signed up for Beachbody in the past, or maybe they have had a coach in the past, and that coach ghosted them, and talked to them every 2 weeks and didn't interact with them, didn't try to relate with them, didn't really do anything with them. So yeah, I try to build relationships first, and then I really honestly don't care about numbers.
But you did say it was a numbers game. I heard you say that.
It is a numbers game, but I love building relationships.
I got you.
Let's see.
Have you made your own coach group?
Yes, I recently made my own coach group, just because I was adding my coaches into my coaches group, and I was like, nah, I need to like teach them. I need to try to teach them by myself too. So yeah, I made my own, and I actually made these albums. I got this idea off the Beachbody Champions page on Facebook, and it's like these albums that are like, the cover says Shakeology, and you click on it, and like it says like it like has all the knowledge about Shakeology, like what they need to know, performance line, and it has like all the knowledge that they need to know, just like the links you click on. So
how many business builders do you think you have on your team? How many like business builders do you have on your team, do you think? Like personally sponsored and non-personally sponsored, like just all together.
Right now, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 coaches on each side. And then I think I have like 40 or 58 of my own customers that I've signed up. And then the rest are like the leads or whatever. But I still check in with the leads. Like I've checked in with them, and they've bought stuff, and they've like joined my group too.
Nice.
Yeah. And so like coach business builders, probably personally sponsored like 4 right now. And then non-personally sponsored, probably.
My mom's giving you a thumbs up. She's like, wow, thumbs up.
Yeah. Girl, things have changed since I met you.
You got the death effect. The secret weapon. That's awesome. So you got 4, you've been a coach for about 5-ish, 5-6 months. You hit diamond. You got 4 business builders on your team. You're 19 years old. Dang. What would you say, like, what would be your best advice for someone that's trying to get the diamond, that wants to get the diamond, but just it kind of seems like too far off?
My advice would probably just be like, keep pushing at it. Carrie was like asking me, what's your goal in the next year with Beachbody? And I was like, dude, I want to be like a 20-star diamond. Like, I want to be elite. I
want to make up my own rank. 20
right? I want to like bust rank. There's not even going to be a rank for it. But you just have to look at the bigger picture of, not like, I want to be diamond. No, what do you want to be? Like, do you want to be 5-star diamond? Okay, get to that, because you'll get to diamond. Like, that's my only advice, is really just keep doing your vital behaviors, and really like work on yourself too, because it's all about you. And if you come off to someone as like bitchy and moody, and you give off that vibe, and people aren't gonna like you. So you kind of have to just be nice, be happy, follow the people, love yourself, and you'll get to diamond. Seems hard, but honestly, it's not hard.
Yeah. Oh, I wrote it down. You said continue to work on you. I think that's the main thing. Mm-hmm. And the main thing is to keep the main thing, right? Yeah, so the other thing that stood out to me, what you just said just now, was your advice isn't to set a goal of diamond. Your advice is to set a goal of 5-star diamond, and you'll hit diamond on the way. Don't worry about trying to shoot for diamond.
Yeah, shoot for 5-star. Don't shoot for diamond. You're like lowballing yourself right now. Shoot for 5-star, because you'll become 5-star. If you say you want to be 5-star, and you believe that you can be 5-star, you'll be 5-star. Might take some time, but you'll get there.
Love it. 5-star, 5 diamonds on the team. All business builders, all leaders building their own teams. That's the goal. And if you set that as a goal, you'll hit it, and you'll hit diamond on the way without even in like 5 months, and it won't even be like that big a deal. You'll be like, done.
You probably like won't even notice you'll hit diamond, because you'll already be 1-star, and you'll be like, oh, I didn't even like see my diamond rank. I'm like 1-star now. Holy crap.
I like that. I like it. Love it. All right. 9:00 here on the East Coast. Mom, how's Cancun? You still alive down there? You've been down there for like a month. And Dad, we'll see you Sunday. I think you're muted. I think you're changed. All right, guys, let's. I'm gonna unmute everybody, so get ready. This could get crazy. You never know what's gonna happen. All right, guys, let's give Baylee some love. Baylee, that was awesome. Let's give her a boom on 3, and I'll see a lot of you guys on Sunday down in Mexico. All right, guys, boom on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rock, Baylee. Crushing it. Hey, guys.